8:20 a.m. Time is red, so that means we're in potential market manipulation time. So we're just going to sit on our hands real quick. And I got NQ and ES loaded here, so we're going to look for some confluence here. At least a B setup on both of these guys. Okay, we're about to get out of manipulation time. This timer's going to turn white. There it goes. And now the market will show its hand. Now the market will show its hand. All right, so I am just waiting for, ideally I'd have, an A and a B like that, but that it sticks. So I'm just hanging tight, waiting for, two Bs or two As or two grades, and I'll talk about this indicator in a second. Ooh, that's my cue. I'm getting into two contracts. Okay, so look at this. You have an A set up on ES and you have an A set up on NQ. It'll waver a little bit because this calculates every single tick. But the ES and NQ move together. And when you get confluence, when you have an A grade on both of them, woo, oh yeah, high probability to the upside. But we're going to stack probability. We're going to look at all our indicators here, okay? Yeah, we're really sticking here. I'm actually going to add one more, and then I'm going to call it a day with that. Okay, so why are we in this trade? We're going to stack probability. We got a green background. The bulls are in control. The bulls have been in control since 7:50 a.m. You've had this green background. We're getting back to having bright green candles. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. The Maverick AI Pro colors your candles to the data, not to price and direction. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle, okay? The Maverick AI Pro colors your candles like a heat map. Now, somebody asked in the comments a couple videos ago, hey, how do I stay out of chop? Okay, don't get into gray candles. We stay out of the gray. Don't get into gray candles. Gray candles are just chop, okay? So we don't get into gray candles, all right? All right, so we got a green background. The bulls are in control, starting to get back to bright green candles, your strongest upside data candle. We got an A plus setup on ES and NQ, which is the ultimate trading assistant down here, the Maverick Radar. What the Maverick Radar is doing is it's going through a bunch of our indicators and grading them. Then it gives you this overall grade. And it'll tell you when you don't have a setup, when you have a B setup, because we want to know about B setups when things are about to happen, and an A plus setup. Okay, and right now it's saying you have an A setup on ES and an A setup on NQ. They're both moving in similar, in the same fashion, because ES and NQ run together. And that is stacking probability, okay? What are the odds you'd have a green background, you'd have bright green candles, you'd have an A grade on ES and an A grade on NQ. You're getting into manipulation time, by the way, so hang tight. Probably get some retracement. You'll lose your grades for a little bit. First minute and last minute of a 5-minute turn, we sit on our hands. Okay, first minute and last minute of a 5-minute turn. Go watch your chart. This is market maker manipulation time, if you ask me. Okay, is it always like that? No. Could it be my conspiracy hat on? Maybe, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen it too many times. First minute and last minute of a 5-minute turn, lots of misdirection and stuff like that. Okay, up here you have the Maverick Multi-X. While we're waiting for this the manipulation time to be over, you have your Maverick Multi-X, T1 through T5. Think of these as traders, T1 through T5 as traders, and they're voting across 6 time frames. Okay, I don't know about you, but I can't read 6 charts and then trade a whole other chart. It's too much for me to manage, look at, judge, trying to read 10 million indicators on 6 different charts. So instead, the solution was we came up with this guy, which is the Maverick Multi-X. These are algorithms, but think of them as traders, and they all have a completely different style, and they're voting across 6 time frames. And you can change these time frames. You can actually add a 7th time frame if you love multi-time frame trading. But at a glance, I can look at 6 time frames, get 5 traders' votes, and go, yep, they're all bullish. They're all bullish. And look at our P&L. They're all bullish. So what are we doing here? We are, and I go over this every single video, feels like stacking. Whoops. I just can't type every single video. Probability. We're stacking probability in our favor. If it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it looks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Green background, bulls are in control. Bright green candles, your strongest upside data candle. A+ setup on both ES and NQ. Okay, when both of these guys are moving in the same direction, let's go. And they get graded the same way. All 5 traders are voting bullish across 6 time frames. Absolutely insane, right? So we're stacking the probability in our favor, okay? Then the Maverick Trender, this is another indicator we give you free in the Ultimate Edge bundle. This is pegged to the top. When this line is pegged to the top, it shows massive strength and momentum. Green to the upside, red to the downside. This is middle of the night action, but you can even see, red to the downside. This was flat the entire time, and price just flew down. This is a huge move, especially for 1 a.m. That's a very profitable move. Okay, so the Maverick Trender has not budged all the way since, well, the bottom of this candle. Okay, and you got this uptrend label down here. See this? So we're stacking probability, and then finally we have the Maverick zones. See these zones? We're pretty stacked on zones right now, but that's because it's 8:27 a.m. You don't have news until 10 a.m. So you got 10 a.m. news here. So just FYI on that. You got 10 a.m. news, Maverick news. I'm terrible about checking the news, but I just click this one button and boom, my news is right there. Oh, hang on guys. You guys know I'll close it if we hit about 1,000. So the Maverick zones is auto drawing our support and resistance zones. Okay, it's saying, hey, where should these zones be? How wide should they be? Where should they be by probability, not just where price was. And then you get this probability score of price holding or breaking. Anything less than 90% is game for breaking. Anything greater than 90% is like a brick wall. We don't mess with those. What I can tell you is a lot of times, not every time, a lot of times price likes to move away from your strongest zone. Where's your strongest zone? Right here. Where's your weakest zone? Right here. Where's price moving? To the upside. All right? Okay. So what do we got? We got green background. The bulls are in control. Bright green candles. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. You got an A+ setup on ES and NQ. You got this all aligned. Maverick Trenders pegged to the top, and all 5 traders up here are voting bullish across 6 time frames. Let's go. Guys, this is clear vision. This is edge in the market. By the way, those of you who are asking about the Maverick Gamma Pro, institutional gamma levels on your charts, here's today's levels. This is going to be coming out in about 3 weeks to members first at a early access discount, the whole 9. Folks are charging $300, $400, $500 a month for these levels. We are going to calculate these in-house and put them on your NinjaTrader or TradingView charts every morning for a fraction of the price. This is where dealers must make decisions. They must hedge their bets at these levels. These are institutional grade levels. The levels crushed it yesterday. Crushed it. Okay? Absolutely crushed it. And this comes with a morning email, a night email. We give you the game plan for the day. It's good. This is going to be a game changer. These institutional levels on folks' charts, it's going to be a game changer using it with your other Maverick indicators. All right, so where's price moving away from? Your strongest zone. Where's your strongest zone? Right here. Okay. In concert with everything else. A+ setup on ES and NQ. Okay. Green background. Bright green candles. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Boom, 1175. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. 1175. 1175 we just closed that out for. Okay. 75 was that trade right there. Okay. And folks, was I once going, oh my gosh, we're going to go down. Oh, it's retracing. No, I had bright green candles, my strongest upside data candle. I had a green background the entire time. For most of the time, we had an A+ setup on ES and NQ, and all 5 traders have been voting bullish across 6 time frames. Like, everything was stacked in our favor for this trade, okay? And this is what clear vision is like. And by the way, you can put opposite symbols down here. So we know that the VIX runs opposite of ES. So if you want to make sure the VIX is going down and ES is going up, and you get the alert to get into the, there's so many things you can do with the Maverick radar. It's sick. This is a game changer down here. So anyway, if you want some clear vision on your charts, if you want edge in the market, okay, not financial advice, do your own research, never any guarantees in any market. We know that. The Maverick Gamma Pro will be coming out in about 2 to 3 weeks. We'll announce that. I will put the waitlist link in the description so you can get notified when these institutional levels become available in the morning and afternoon email. And then if you are not a member, you got to come check us out, okay? The Ultimate Edge Bundle works on NinjaTrader and TradingView. We give you a license for both. And we have 7-day-a-week support. I don't know any company that has 7-day-a-week support, like any company. We're trying to get something done on our house, and I can't get in touch with anybody for like 2 days because, like, you know, oh, we're only open, 5 days a week. On weekends, we're closed. It's like, okay, well, I'm trading during the week. So anyway, all that to be said, come check us out. If you want some clear vision on your charts, golly, so good. So much fun. Yep. Never gets old. Again, congrats to those of you that passed an eval account yesterday, starting the week off with a bang. And again, I'll put all the links in the description for the Ultimate Edge Bundle, as well as the waitlist for the Maverick Gamma Pro. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.